All right, it was the first day of our spring break, and we started the day with the dogs and I doing an unofficial garden tour where we just walked the whole property in our pajamas, checking things out, making sure that everything's been getting watered and everything's looking good because we're not home much during the daylight hours. And then after we did our garden tour, I went into the greenhouse, just finished the flooring in here. So super enjoyed it. And then I watered everything, got all of our propagations taken care of. And then I actually seeded a ton of new plants, snapdragons mainly. But there's some other good stuff in there. Then we went to go check out some urns at the store down the street and took a look at this fountain. Then we came home and we loaded up to go to Fillmore, California to Otto and Sons Nursery, our favorite nursery. It was a beautiful day, beautiful drive. It was about 70 degrees at our house, and in Fillmore, it was about 78. Beautiful weather, not super windy. So we drove, it takes us about an hour to get to Fillmore. So we drove about an hour out there. All right, we got to Otto and Sons. It was beautiful. We had a list. We were going to get 2 Pope John Paul rose trees, a red climber to go on the other side of an arbor, and fertilizer. So we went to the retail store and we walked all of the rows and loved all the roses. It's so beautiful. They had so many plants that were looking super great. Andre and I both loved Fame. We stopped separately and talked to each other about it because we loved it. We decided on the Climber Lady in red, and she was absolutely beautiful. And then we also hit up Marge's Discount Center. All the pots have yellow dots on them, and they were awesome. We got 4 bushes from there and 3 climbers. Otto is also known for their beautiful display garden. We did not get to visit there because we got there too close to closing time, but we did snag a few pictures in the display garden and right outside the garden, showing all of their growing fields. And we took a customary photo of us with our with rose blooms in our mouths. All right, had a great day at Otto and Sons. We only bought 1 rose bush full price, and it was Fame. Andre really liked it. And we had 1 rose in the hot pink section, not wake up from being a bare root. So this Fame will replace that spot. And then we hit up Marge's Bargain, and we got, oh my gosh, that is so gross, Jax. Sorry about that. So all of the cans with the yellow, you guys, I cannot even with this dog right now. You just came to my camera to do that. Why, Jaxie? Why? Okay, so anyway, all of the cans with the orange dots are in something called Marge's Discount, and it means that they don't have a label, or for some reason they're discounted. I have found some with mosaic there before, but I found one that even has a label. So it is this rose right here. That's looking a little sad right now, but it was actually labeled and it's top cream, which I just planted 5 bare roots from Menagerie of top cream. So super excited. And then there was another white rose here. Not too sure. I think it might be Pope John Paul. It'll be interesting when it opens. And then another white rose right here. Curious if it's Francis. And then I don't know what this one is. It has a different fragrance. I don't know. So we'll see. There were these awesome climbers in the discount section. So one of them is Honeymoon Arboros, and then two of them are Pink Edens. But they're huge. So the bushes were $15, and then the climbers are $20, which is like super cheap, being that I was buying Eden at Home Depot for $20. And then we got these awesome Pope John Paul rose trees. Love that rose. This will be our fourth John Paul rose tree, and these are going in the urns at the entryway. So we went and got two. They have pretty straight stems, so I'm hoping that they will be very happy in their new home. So these are the new roses for the day. The freesia are also looking adorable today in the background there. Wow. They smell like Fruit Loops. So the yellow freesia smells like Fruit Loops, but they're just crazy. And then this flower right here is dianthus, and it changes color kind of throughout the season. So at some point it's gonna get like a deep purple. But yeah. Okay, so that's what's going on over here. Awesome day from Otto's with. All right, so I really want to get my Pope John Paul rose trees into the urns tonight. So we're gonna do some night planting. I'm going to run drip. There's a hole in the bottom. There's a drip line right here. So I'll just run drip straight up through the pot and then plant the tree. And then we are gonna put some annuals around the bottom. All right, so I have my 1/4-inch drip tube. I have some snippers, and then I have the connector that's gonna go into the 1/2-inch black drip line that's already run right here. So I'll just pop in, but first you run the drip line up through the pot. We learned this at the Huntington Gardens. When you don't have an ender to your 1/2-inch drip line, you can just use a PVC pipe connector.
And just fold it over.
Yeah, you fold it over and then shove it in. And that's how they had their drip lines at the Huntington Gardens. Now we're gonna connect the black tubing to our connector that goes in the 1/2-inch. Right, not my favorite soil, but it'll do. It's Organic Plus by Kellogg's. It's decent. My favorite is Fox Farms, but I only have one bag left and I'm using it for seed starting. So this is what we're using. It's about half the price of Fox Farm, so it'll do. I'm just putting a little dirt in the bottom. So I'd probably put about 3 inches of soil. All right, we're putting in our Biotone starter. It's by Espoma. I ordered on Amazon. And then a handful of alfalfa pellets. We get those at the feed store. You just have to make sure that you get some that have no sweeteners, because sometimes they're sweetened for the horses. So make sure you don't get anything but alfalfa pellets. right, so I'm gonna put in a sprinkler. It has like a little stake on it. And then I'm also going to plant 2 bubblegum vistas. I think by the end of the year it will be super huge, but I think it'll still look good. Cheapest price I found them was $6.98 at Home Depot. Love bubblegum vista. Want a whole hedge of it. Super cute, and I think it will look good with the white rose. All right, so this is the 3rd place I bought bubblegum vista from Home Depot. And I wanted to show you the roots. They're looking really good. This is the most roots any of the bubblegum vistas have had. And this is the nicest plants that the bubblegum vistas have been. Green Thumb was one of them. And then I ordered from Proven Winners. And these are by far the best. Picked this up for the first time today. Trying it out. Osmocote Plus. Supposed to be pretty good fertilizer. It is slow release. So I'm going to keep it in the containers. The containers need a lot more fertilizer than my ground roses because they're not getting any nutrients from the soil. Like the soil that we put in is all that they get. So this is going to be in my potted roses. And then also I'll put in the other fertilizer that I put on the in-ground roses. And then I'm also going to be fertilizing the bubblegum vista. So hopefully with all that fertilizer, they'll be pretty happy. Okay, we're off to Francis Lane to fix a Francis.
Francis Lane.
Here we are at Francis Lane. Got a couple that need some soil. This one has 2 good growth points, so I think it's doing okay. But some of them are not doing well.
They're drying out.
Yeah. These 2 are really bad. Like, I don't see any growth on this one at all. I wonder if it's not getting water.
How many Francis do we have here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14.
14.
Four-
Francis what?
Francis Mayon.
Mayon. So this is what we call Francis Lane right here.
Maybe one of the ones we got today at Otto's. I think one of them might be Francis.
Yeah, we got a couple mystery plants that were on sale because they didn't have labels. I think it might be another Francis.
Gosh, these just are not looking good. Hey, do you have those nippers that I gave you?
Yeah, they're in the back. In the tailgate.
I'm gonna do some nipping and see if that helps. All right, and one more over here that hasn't opened up.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because a lot of these have leaves on them, but
Right,
those
and
ones
then there's-
don't.
I mean, it could just be that where we bought them, like if they're not doing well. But this one at least has growth points there and there. So it's got 2 new growths, one there and one there. It's really hard to see. I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
I'm not even thinking we should. I'm not even gonna try and see. I believe you. Oh wait, I can see the growth point.
I'll bring a light over. They're little red dots.
I see it.
You can see them now?
Yeah, I can see them.
Okay, so there's one there.
Yeah, you can see them.
Okay, and one there, and one there, even on that.
There's one right there too.
Oh yeah, that one looks a little brown, huh? Okay, well hopefully they're okay. I might come tomorrow and add some more soil. I just used the last of the soil. Add it up. This one we bought from the lady that lives in like zone 10. And then I brought it home and it was like, ah! So it's finally looking a little better, but not great. Okay. This one got some serious dieback, but it has a growth point right there. Do you see it? It's like pink right there. So hopefully it will rebound. It's still alive for sure because those are still green.
It's green.
Yeah. So I'm not worried it's dead, but just a little worried.
We drove to so many places to try and find these guys. How many Home Depots?
I don't know.
9, 10.
This is my one I'm most worried about because I don't see any growth at all. No growth points. Oh wow, that branch is like done for. That's never a good sign. Okay, maybe tomorrow I'll come and bury this even more. Maybe it'll get new growth from the graft because that is not looking good.
And do you think the wind did that, or?
Sometimes I think it depends on the grower of like how they stored them and like which Home Depot had them and how long they were at Home Depot in those containers. I think there's a lot of factors. This one has new growth right there below that cut. See the dieback though? How it's turning like brownish black right there. That's not good. Ooh. There's no way I'll be able to cut that one. I don't want to cut that either. Okay, this one has growth points though, so I'm not super worried about it. All right. Hopefully the Francises shall live. all in all, it was a great day. We had so much fun. Otto and Sons was beautiful, and we got our rose trees planted. Thanks for watching.